The golden sun ascends slowly over the undulating hills of a tranquil Vietnamese village on Monday, June 16, 2025 at 8 a.m., its rays piercing through the mist to bathe the thatched roofs and sprawling fields in a soft golden embrace. Inside a modest home adorned with simple wooden furniture, Ly Tieu Nu fidgets with her camera, her fingers trembling as she forces a hesitant smile. Her voice quivers with a mix of apology and gratitude as she begins. Hello dear friends. I'm truly sorry for keeping you waiting for this new video. Dewey's health has been a roller coaster lately, and I'm overwhelmed by your endless love and support. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all abundant blessings, good health, and boundless happiness. She pauses, her eyes glistening as they drift to a small corner where her son Dewey lies nestled under a faded blanket, his tiny frame barely moving, his breathing shallow and uneven. Dewey's too weak to step outside today. He's on a strict regimen of medicine prescribed by the doctor, so I've been glued to his side, tending to our modest garden and keeping an eye on the ducklings that scurry about. Stepping into the cool morning air, she moves toward the vibrant vegetable patch, the rich scent of damp soil and fresh greenery filling her lungs. Her hands, calloused yet gentle, work diligently as she waters the rows of kohlrabi, cabbage, broccoli, and a scattering of leafy greens, each droplet a testament to her care. I hope the chill hasn't set in where you are yet. Please wrap up warm this winter. Your health means everything to me, she urges, her tone laced with maternal warmth. Nearby, a lively troop of fluffy ducklings waddles through the yard, their soft quacks blending with the high-pitched peeps of newly hatched chicks pecking at the earth. Oh, look at these precious chicks. More keep hatching with each passing day, bringing such joy, she exclaims, her face brightening. She turns to Dewey, who stumbles toward a duckling with unsteady legs, his laughter a fragile melody. Be gentle with them, Dewey, mom's nearly done, she calls, her voice a soothing balm. Dewey nods, his small hands reaching out, a flicker of life returning to his pale cheeks despite the shadow of his recent illness. The peaceful rhythm is abruptly broken by the guttural roar of a dusty truck lumbering up the narrow, rutted path, its wheels kicking up clouds of earth. Tieu Nu brushes her hands on her apron and waves as a team of officials steps out, led by a tall man with a clipboard clutched tightly, his face etched with determination. Good morning. We're here to evaluate the cattle health following the Yagi storm devastation, he announces, adjusting his cap against the rising sun. Tieu Nu nods, leading them with quiet confidence to a sturdy cowshed where several cows chew contentedly on fresh hay. They've been holding strong since the cooperative entrusted them to us. No troubles to report, she assures, her voice steady. The official narrows his eyes, inspecting a cow with a rounded belly. This one's expecting. Allow me to introduce Dr. Zhang. She'll perform a thorough examination. Dr. Zhang, a poised woman with a stethoscope hanging around her neck, steps forward with a calm smile. I'll assess every animal and compile a report for the village council. Tieu Nu agrees to assist, her curiosity piqued as they begin their meticulous inspection, the cows' gentle moos filling the air. Halfway through their work, her phone buzzes insistently, cutting through the morning's hum. She steps aside, answering with a hopeful grin. Mom? I'm out helping with the cattle. Please come to my place when you can. Her mother's voice, rich with warmth and reassurance, crackles through the line. I'm in a taxi, sweetheart, no need to fret. I'll arrive safely and head straight to you. Tieu Nu's brow creases with concern. I'll join you after this. Go inside when you get here, all right? Her mother's laughter dances through the speaker. Take your time, my dear. I'll be waiting patiently. See you soon. The call ends and Tieu Nu rejoins Dr. Zhang, who soon declares with a nod, All the cows are in prime condition, no signs of illness or lack of appetite. The official scribbles notes, his pen scratching against the paper. Excellent. We've still got 4 more households to check. Thank you, Tieu Nu, we'll follow up later. Dr. Zhang offers a parting wave, her silhouette fading as Tieu Nu lingers by the shed, her mind drifting to the day ahead. A soft rustle in the foliage interrupts her thoughts. An elderly woman with a radiant, weathered smile approaches, her steps steady despite the long journey from the city. Grandma! Tieu Nu cries, rushing forward with Dewey clinging to her skirt. Hello, my precious ones. The trip didn't wear me out one bit. The grandma chuckles, patting Dewey's cheek with a tender hand. Let's step inside for some rest. They settle into the cool interior, where the grandma rummages through her bag, pulling out a vibrant toy car. What do you think of this, Dewey? Dewey's eyes sparkle with delight. Yes, he chirps, eagerly offering her a glass of water in return. The grandma peels a juicy tangerine, slipping a segment into his mouth with a grin. Such a smart little man, she praises. Tieu Nu asks softly, are you tired from the long ride? Not at all, I've grown accustomed to it, the grandma replies with a wink. Has Truong been informed of my arrival? Tieu Nu tilts her head thoughtfully. Not yet, should I call him? The grandma waves it off. I've already reached out. He's tied up with work but will join us soon. She casts an appreciative glance over the garden. Your vegetables are absolutely thriving. Tiểu Nữ bìm ít rai. I water them faithfully. Kohlrabi, cabbage, broccoli, and a variety of greens too. The grandma nods approvingly. Keep up with the fertilizing and even watering. It's clearly working wonders. Her expression grows serious, her eyes softening with concern. I came today because Dewey's fevers have been weighing on my mind. It's a heavy burden for you, raising him alone as a single mother. That's why I brought you this phone, to stay connected with Truong or me, especially when Dewey's unwell. She reveals a sleek, modern device from her bag, but Tieu Nu recoils, shaking her head. It's too generous a gift. The afternoon sun climbs to its zenith, casting intricate patterns of light and shadow across the yard, as the crunch of gravel heralds a new arrival. Oh, Truong's here, Grandma! Tieu Nu exclaims, her voice rising with delight. Truong strides into the room, his broad smile illuminating the space like a beacon. Hello, Mom. Hi, Tieu Nu. He greets warmly, his eyes scanning the room. He turns to his mother with a curious tilt of his head. How long have you been here? She settles into a chair, her smile serene. Just a little while. Dewey exhausted himself playing and dozed off. Truong leans over to peek at the sleeping boy, a fond grin tugging at his lips as he notes the toy car still clutched in Dewey's small hand. He pulls up a stool beside her, his tone casual yet caring. How's everything at work? She leans back, taking a sip of water from a clay cup. I took the day off today, passed some paperwork to my colleagues. I tried calling you earlier but you were out on a survey. Truong nods, running a hand through his hair. I couldn't slip away. Did you enjoy the drive up? Oh, immensely. She laughs, her eyes twinkling. The driver kept it slow, and I soaked in the scenery. When I got here, Tieu Nu was slicing bananas for the ducks, and Dewey was lost in his new toy. Outside, a calf nudges its mother playfully, while ducklings splash in a shallow puddle, their reflections shimmering like liquid gold. Truong rises to pour more water, distributing glasses with a thoughtful gesture. The air here is so pure and still, he remarks, inhaling deeply. His mother gazes out at the pasture, her expression softening. It's like a haven. Those tiny calves are already venturing out on their own. Tieu Nu joins them, her smile a quiet addition to the warmth. The grandma nudges Truong with a gentle elbow. Lend Tieu Nu a hand with the watering. She's been lugging those heavy buckets alone. Truong chuckles, leaning back. I hooked up a hose on my last visit. It's much easier now.
Tiểu nữ nốt. Hergratit evident.
It's transformed my routine, thank you so much. Their conversation flows like a gentle stream as Truong stretches his legs. What prompted this sudden visit, Mom? She sighs, her hands folding in her lap. I managed a break, so I came to check on Dewey's recovery after his hospital stay. I've been feeling isolated down there alone. If my schedule allows, I'll make these trips more frequent. She adds with a hint of pride. My coworkers are fond of me. They step in because I've always helped them out. Truong's chest swells with admiration, his smile widening. His gaze lands on the phone resting on the table. Did you get this for Tieu Nu? He asks, his curiosity piqued. She nods, her eyes gleaming with affection. She put up a fight, but I convinced her in the end. It's my love for her, the same as I feel for you. Truong turns to Tieu Nu, his voice encouraging. Go ahead and keep it. Don't let it weigh on you. Tieu Nu blushes, twisting her hands. It feels like too much, but your kindness swayed me. I'll return it if I don't need it. The grandma brushes the concern aside with a wave. No need to worry, I cherish you deeply. We'll guide you through using it, Truong promises, picking up the device and dialing his mother's number with practiced ease. Save this contact for her. His mother adds her number too, her voice firm yet kind. Reach out to me anytime you need to. Truong walks Tieu Nu through the essentials, making calls, saving contacts, exploring a few basic apps. His patience a steady anchor. Laughter spills out as a calf bumps the fence outside, its playful antics adding a rustic charm to their lesson. The grandma's tone shifts to a tender cadence. Truong, stand by Tieu Nu here. I hope you two lean on each other, grow closer with time, and perhaps bring me some joyful news someday. She pauses, her eyes tracing the sinking sun. It's growing late. Why not cook together? Truong insists with a grin. Stay for dinner with us, Mom. She agrees with a nod. A meal together. Then I'll take a leisurely walk through the fields. Her phone buzzes sharply, breaking the moment. Yes, sister? An emergency? I'll rush back, she says, her face tightening with a mix of duty and regret. A veil of disappointment settles over the grandma's features as she slips her phone back into her bag. What a shame. Work's pulling me away again. Cook and share a meal, you two. I so rarely make it up here, and now this interruption. Truong glances at the message, his nod solemn. It's urgent, Mom. Go take care of it, we'll hold down the fort. Tieu Nu adds with a gentle smile. Please come back to visit us soon. The grandma's smile returns, softening her face. Next time, bring Dewey and Truong down to my home for a change. She bends low over Dewey, her whisper a soft caress. Sleep well, my darling. I'm off now. Her eyes linger on them, a knowing glint dancing in her gaze. Strive for some happy news to share, won't you? Truong and Tieu Nu call out together. Drive safely, Grandma. She chuckles, her laughter a warm echo. This driver's a veteran. I've relied on him for years without a hitch. Take care on your way, Mom, Truong calls, his voice fading as her taxi disappears down the winding path. Inside the vehicle, the grandma's mind drifts to Tieu Nu, her thoughts a gentle tide. Such a courageous spirit, raising Dewey all by herself, she muses silently. I once hoped Truong would find a picture-perfect match, but Tieu Nu, shy yet wise with that endearing son, captured my soul. Perhaps this is a heavenly blessing bestowed upon our family. As the taxi glides through the verdant countryside, the scenery blurring into a tapestry of green, she murmurs a heartfelt prayer. Tieu Nu, be like a pineapple, tough on the outside, sweet within. Rise strong, overcome every hardship, and may God's grace envelop you. With Truong by your side, I pray your solitude lifts. My deepest wish is for your love to blossom into something beautiful. Her gaze softens, her imagination painting a future alive with the laughter of children and the harmony of a united family. Back at the house, Tieu Nu adjusts Dewey's blanket with tender care, a radiant warmth spreading through her chest. Having others to lean on makes every chore feel lighter, like I'm truly cherished and valued, she reflects, her voice a whisper in the quiet room. Her thoughts drift to Truong, his image clear in her mind. Could he become Dewey's father? Dewey lights up around him and my heart. It's already claimed by him. A shadow of doubt creeps in. Does Grandma truly approve of us as a pair? If she does, that would be a dream come true. Truong deserves a companion too, someone to stand with him. She steps into the garden, the serene beauty of the plants stirring her soul. Love is like these vegetables. Nurtured with care, it flourishes and grows. It's the union of souls, the synchronized beat of two hearts, transforming the world into a canvas of beauty. Her hope swells like a rising tide. I pray we weather every storm, building a life we've always dreamed of, growing old together, our children's laughter echoing through a home filled with joy and love. Whispering to the gentle breeze that rustles the leaves, she confesses with a trembling voice, I love you, Truong. Her words a promise carried into the fading light.
My table asking if I needed anything. To my surprise, I said yes, if you know anyone here who is a recent widow or widower, I would appreciate talking to her or him. Again, to my surprise, she told me about Phyllis, a spouse health director who had lost her husband several months before. I invited Phyllis to have lunch with me the next day, and we quickly established some common ground. We were about 10 years apart in age, but she had also been with her husband for about 50 years. She talked of how they met and what their life had been like. And I could tell by her stories and the warmth of her tone of voice that she, too, had a happy marriage. Then it was my turn, and all I could do was cry as I told the story of my own husband's battle with cancer and chronic